We're going to have a look at winter maintenance now, please, Andrew. And the goal of winter maintenance is preventative, that we'll have a trouble-free season of spraying with our machine.
Yeah, no, we'll do a bit of a strip down, show people what to expect. Mark up, so you can put everything back to match. So once we get that one in line, we know that's right. When we go to the other side, the pressure side, we'll put extra marks on there so we know we can't cross over the sides. What I'm doing here is removing the manifold. You'll find on a piston and diaphragm pump, you've got two manifolds. One's the inlet, where on the suction side, which is this one. The other one is on the pressure side, so the water will flow in that way and not backwards. So you strip them out, and in the two-season rebuild we do, we change those. So 1, 2, 3, 6 of those. Get them all out, you can inspect. Sometimes I have come across in the past, you'll get a cracked spring where one isn't quite working. Right, so here we are on the pressure side. And the first thing you'll notice when we take the one off on this opposite side, the valves are the other way, facing towards you. That's allowing the chemical water mix to come out of the pump and exit into the manifold before it's distributed down to the boom. With the two manifolds off, that then gives us access to the heads. Good practice, because you go onto an aluminium body, is you want to replace every head back in the same position it came from. These are a different size bolt, so keep them separate so you don't mix them up. And that's your head. This gives us access to the diaphragm, which is the bit we want to replace, because these are constantly moving over a small amount and you can get splits in them if you don't change them regularly. A sign that you've got a problem with the diaphragm is if your oil in your reservoirs becomes very milky.
There's quite a selection of diaphragms here. There's Desmopan. I've got an MBR one here and a Blue Flex one here.
So we'll go ahead and just strip this one down. With the scheduled maintenance, we're replacing them regardless, but it's always worth having a look to see if they are in good condition, the old ones, so you know your pump's been behaving well. If you do come across a failed pump mid-season, i.e. you get the cloudy, milky oil, you'll probably find there'll be a split across one of these rubbers, and it could easily be just one of the pistons out of the 6 that has a problem. So when we come to rebuild with the new diaphragms, everything's in the reverse order. The only difference or added thing I would say is the bolts are going into an aluminium body. Don't over tighten them, otherwise you'll create your own problem. And a good way to help reduce that for when you come to do your next rebuild, use copper slip grease on all your bolts.
Inatreq Active is a cereal fungicide for the control of septoria and rusts. For application of any product containing Inatreq Active, Corteva has issued the following best practice guidance. The maximum concentration should not exceed 2 litres of product in 285 litres of water per hectare, a maximum spray concentration of 0.7%. Inatreq spray solutions should not be left in the spray tank overnight. At the end of each day's spraying, operators should rinse through the sprayer tank, pump and lines. Inatreq should not be used in sprayers equipped with pulse width modulation technology. Corteva recommends replacing pump diaphragms annually, ideally with NBR or Blue Flex parts. Abide by the pump manufacturer's service recommendations. For anti-drip diaphragms, EPDM parts are recommended, or operators can modify air shut-off anti-drip valves to use Teflon replacements. If neither of these options are possible, Corteva recommends replacing all existing pneumatic anti-drip diaphragms or pistons with new parts before spraying products containing Inatreq. It's important to check these after use too. If your sprayer has a Ramsey box, you should replace the diaphragm seal during winter maintenance. For more information, go to corteva.co.uk/Inatreq advice.